Welcome back, Generals. It's been just a few days since we dropped update 73, and if you haven't checked out the video, the link is in the description. Go and do that after the video. But right now we need to talk about something just as exciting as finding out your favorite pizza place delivers at 2 AM. Yes, it's that good. Now, over the years, WPO has seen some absolutely iconic collaborations. We're talking Rambo, Universal Soldier, Terminator, legends of action cinema, basically a hall of fame of don't mess with this guy energy. But today we're going somewhere we've never gone before. We're leaving the action genre behind and stepping straight into horror territory because our next collaboration is with Evil Dead. Alright, let's talk gift codes, but I'm doing something a little bit different this time. Usually I make you hunt for it like it's a buried treasure. Not today. I'm just going to give it to you straight away right now. Your gift code is Ash vs WPO. The redeem link is in the description as always, so go and claim it. And look, just because I handed it to you early doesn't mean you get to close the video. Stay, watch. You'll thank me later. Now here's the even better news. This is just the beginning. We're releasing several gift codes throughout the entire Evil Dead integration. The first one, a monthly code, drops on June 1st and stays active for the whole month. Expect a bunch of Evil Dead team codes rolling out all throughout June. We're not holding back on this one. Let's take a quick second for the Gameloft Club. I'm not going to stand here and pressure you into signing up, even though I probably should. What I will say is that beyond the free gifts that you will get just for registering, the daily gift section of the Gameloft shop has gotten a meaningful upgrade with even more rewards coming your way. Claiming those consistently is genuinely going to help you, so keep that in mind. Okay, Evil Dead, where do we even begin? For anyone who isn't familiar, Evil Dead is a cult classic horror franchise that started back in 1981. 5 friends head into a remote cabin in the woods, already a terrible idea, stumble upon an ancient book called the Necronomicon, read from it, and accidentally unleash a horde of demonic creatures called Deadites. What follows is an absolute chaos. The kind of chaos that involves chainsaws, supernatural possessions, and one man's incredibly bad week. That man is Ash Williams. Ash is arguably one of the most iconic characters in horror history. He's sarcastic, reckless, and somehow always ends up being the last one standing, armed with a chainsaw where his hand used to be and a double-barreled shotgun he calls the boomstick. He's not your typical hero. He stumbles through every situation, complains the entire time, and still manages to save the day. Groovy. Now, the Evil Dead will be the next super big themed festive celebration at WPO, and wait for it, it runs for the entire month of June. Yes, you heard that right. We've had exclusive limited time events before, usually lasting a week or two, but we're expanding things significantly this time around. For the whole month, the Deadites are the main threat in WPO. And that's not even the full picture. We're already planning a second full month of Evil Dead towards the end of the year with brand new exclusive lieutenants. So if you think this is big, just know there's more coming. I honestly can't wait to announce that second wave. You've already spotted the new loading screen. It is hard to miss. Let's get into the festive chains, which are coming very soon. And I said chains, plural, because yes, there are 2 of them. The first chain kicks off on June 1st and runs for 13 days. The second one starts on June 20th and carries through to the end of the month. Both come with their own separate leaderboards and their own exclusive rewards, which means you've got 2 separate windows to compete, climb the rankings, and earn your spot at the top. Double the events, double the motivation. Are you ready? Now head to the map, because your mission is to stop a Deadite summoning ritual before it's too late. The ritual centers around the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead. It's an ancient, flesh-bound tome filled with passages that, when read aloud, can open a doorway to demonic forces and raise the dead. In the world of Evil Dead, this book is essentially the root of every terrible thing that happens. The ritual in our event is an attempt to fully unleash the Deadite horde, and your task is to shut it down before things get out of control. Good luck with that. And now the part that, based on the reaction of update 73, you've all been waiting for. We are literally witnessing history right now. Not just because of the absolutely ridiculous stats of those two commanders, but we'll get to that later, because Ash Williams and Seline Blackthorne are the first exclusive Ironveil Syndicate lieutenants were ever released. They come with a brand new colorful frame that immediately sets them apart from anything else in your roster. I'll be honest with you, when update 73 went live, I was genuinely surprised to see how much of the conversation was about Ash and Seline, and how little was about tier 8 crafting, which is a massive addition as well. But look, I get it completely. The hype makes total sense, and you're about to understand exactly why. Ash leads aerial units, and if that's your preferred unit type, you're about to have a very good time. There's a real argument to be made that Ash could shift the meta in a meaningful way, especially for players who have already invested in aerial equipment. His first skill, Burn the Wicked, deals damage to 4 random targets for 135% and applies a burn to 75% damage over 2 turns when attacking. Solid. But his second skill is where things get genuinely ridiculous. Seize the Initiative states: on battle start, attack all enemy stacks for 62.5% and stun them for 1 turn, and reduce damage by 5000% for 5 rounds. 5000% damage reduced. Let that sink in for a second. Whenever Ash is on the field, you can essentially write off that first round for your opponents. They're not doing anything meaningful while he's there. His third ability, Fury of the Righteous, gives a 24% bonus to aerial unit damage, and it's multiplicative. So every aerial unit you have hits harder on the battlefield. Bottom line, Ash Williams is the damage dealer you've been dreaming about. Now let's talk about Seline. She's our Evil Dead inspired original lieutenant, and she brings something completely new to the game. A mechanic that's going to make battles significantly harder to predict. Seline leads armored units, and her first ability, Immortality, introduces barrier stacks. At the start of battle, she generates 12 of them. Each barrier negates 1 incoming attack, regardless of how powerful that attack is. So until those barriers are depleted, there's nothing you can do to her. Nothing. But Seline isn't keeping those barriers to herself. Every time your armored units are attacked, she gives 1 barrier stack to a random ally up to 4 times per round and triggers a 200% damage counterattack. She's simultaneously protecting your army and punishing anyone who dares to break through it. Her second ability, Demon's Gift, shields all other allied unit stacks for 200% of your commander's HP, then recasts that shield for 70% of commander HP and buffs their HP by 5000 for 2 turns. Does this remind you of someone, generals? Because it should. That's basically Sarah Connor's defensive ability, except someone clearly forgot to put a cap on it. Same concept, completely different league. Sarah Connor or steroids, essentially. Her third ability, Dread, enhances the damage and health of armored units by 12%, and again, that's multiplicative. So what are we actually looking at here? Effectively a superior version of Primal Brass that you can deploy alongside him. Your army at the start of every single battle is going to be borderline indestructible. The combination of Ash locking down opponents in round 1 and Seline tanking everything thrown at your armored units, yeah, That's going to be something special. Both Ash and Seline are only available for recruitment during these 4 weeks in June. Same rule as every exclusive lieutenant we've released. If you want them, this is your window. With a collaboration this big, we've also put together daily login rewards, an Evil Dead community challenge, and a giveaway. Keep a close eye on our social media channels so you don't miss when each of those goes live. These are worth showing up for. And take a look at what's on the screen right now, because the vanity items we've prepared for this event are absolutely stunning. For the true fans of the movie, you immediately notice that the damned cabin is a pixel-perfect recreation of the one from the film. Our artists really outdid themselves on this one, and honestly, they deserve every bit of credit for it. That's it, Generals. As Ash himself once said, you're going down. And today, the undead are going down, right along with it. The Deadites have crossed into the world and into WPO, and it's up to you to take every single one of them and purge them back. So pick up your chainsaw, load your boomstick, and get to work. The battlefield needs you. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and destroy anything out there that isn't from this world. See you on the battlefield, Generals. Dismissed.